and Terry talked to us afterwards and said that, this is what Dan Quinn and Adam Peters are building, culture. And it's a culture of not quitting. You keep trying and you keep fighting. And, yeah, you're right. Most teams have turned the ball over 5 times and also get stuffed, on 4th down, twice at midfield. They're going to lose. But this team all year long has shown that they pull out games where it looked like they weren't going to win.
Yeah, and Jaden Daniels 2 turnovers for himself today, but 5 touchdown passes. Yeah. What on earth did we see from him today?
Yeah, I think anyone out there that's wondering if this guy's the Rookie of the Year, quieted, it's done, it's his now. A game like today, for him to throw that many touchdowns and have that game-winning pass to Jamison Crowder, it just goes to show you that this guy's playing light years beyond being a rookie. And the guys believe in him. So they're never out of any football game. Hence, we saw against Chicago, against the Cowboys right on this field. It's just big for them. And for his confidence now, I think it's going to take him to another level.
Yeah, and this was certainly a game where it was full of ebbs and flows. Philadelphia got off to perhaps their hottest start. They could possibly get off to 14-0. And at that point, it was the Saquon Barkley show. And I think everyone in the press box was a little worried that was going to be the case all game. Yeah. How did the defense kind of take him out of it a little bit in the second half?
I think they just hunkered down. They just decided, this guy can't kill us like he did in the first game in Philadelphia. And I also think Marshawn Lattimore, I know he left the game late, and when he left, Philly went back on the attack. But he showed why they went and got him. I mean, he locked down. He pretty much had a really good game against A.J. Brown. I know he had a couple pass interferences. Some were questionable, Natalie. But I think him being out there allowed guys in front of him to just go out and play football, attack the quarterback, put pressure on Pickett, and then also, just bottle up Saquon. I think Saquon had 120 in the first half and only 30 in the second half, so they did their job.
When you look at, we've talked all season long about what they're building. I think what we saw on the field today was a perfect example of the culture here. You mentioned it right off the top. What does this do for a team's confidence, though, with this team still fighting for that playoff spot?
I mean, it does a lot. I mean, it's going to come down to next week now. You have to beat the Falcons. They won today. And then, of course, the Rams won. So for Washington to be able to beat a playoff team, a team that has Super Bowl aspirations. I know people are going to say, Jalen Hurts got, hurt and that's why they won. No, they still came back. They still fought. They still did everything they needed to do to get the win. And they picked up their first win this season against a legit football team. That's going to, and it came at the right time, the most important time of the year to get into the playoffs. This is going to do wonders for this football team's confidence. They're feeling real good about themselves.
Yep, and they'll be back on this field a week from today against the Atlanta Falcons, of course, for a chance to perhaps clinch a spot in the playoffs. What are they going to need to do next week to make sure that happens?
They just have to bring the intensity again. It's probably going to be cold like it is right now. They just have to come out and play great kind of football. I think today the turnovers are something, obviously, you've got to clean that up. If you don't turn the ball over, you should win the game against Atlanta. And now they're starting a rookie quarterback in Michael Penix. They played well today against the Giants, but coming in here next week, it's going to be a buzzsaw in the stadium. So I think Washington has every advantage to win that game and make the playoffs.
Good stuff, as always, from our